Imagine walking through a forest when suddenly a tree whispers your name, or a flower in your garden gives you advice about your day. What if plants, those silent creatures surrounding us, suddenly gain the gift of speech? Today, we'll explore a world where plants can talk, express ideas, and even share secrets older than humanity itself. Get ready for an adventure filled with unexpected voices, laugh out loud moments, and ideas that'll make you see the greenery around you with new eyes. Let's discover together what plants have to say. To understand this scenario, let's imagine how it all begins. Say, one ordinary morning, a mysterious event, maybe a genetic mutation, a scientific experiment, or even a cosmic force grants plants the ability to communicate like we do. Not just rustling leaves, but actual words and phrases in languages humans understand. Trees, flowers, even the grass in your yard all have something to say. As the narrator of this story, I'm buzzing just thinking about what these voices might reveal. Would they be wise, whiny, or maybe even a little sarcastic? Let's dive into this world and see how it changes everything. First, consider the immediate impact. You wake up, open your window, and your basil plant greets you with "Good morning." But seriously, you could water me more. At first, it's a mix of shock and amusement. People rush to parks, forests, even grocery stores just to hear what plants have to say. Some are friendly, like a rose bush complimenting its own fragrance, while others, like an old oak tree, grumble about car noise. The whole world stops, fascinated, because for the first time, we're hearing beings that were always there, just never with a voice. I can already picture social media exploding with videos of cacti cracking jokes. But it's not all fun. Plants have long memories. A centuries-old tree can recount stories of wars, droughts, or even crimes no one else remembers. Imagine detectives interviewing sequoias to solve cold cases, while historians race in the forest with recorders, documenting tales of lost eras. Of course, plants can also be gossips. A bush in the park might spill embarrassing secrets about passers-by. Suddenly, no one wants a picnic without checking if the grass can keep quiet. You can feel the chaos, right? Now, let's think about society. Talking plants would change how we treat nature. Cutting down a tree that begs for its life, much harder. Environmental movements would gain momentum. Forests now have literal spokesplants. Picture the Amazon rainforest screaming in unison against chainsaws. But there'd also be conflict. Farmers might argue with crops refusing to grow in poor soil, and gardeners could get into heated debates with stubborn weeds. I can just picture a farmer negotiating with a cornfield. Grow nussly, and I promise more fertilizer. And science? Biologists would lose their minds with excitement. Studying plants would be like interviewing aliens. We'd learn how they think, how they communicate with each other. Because yes, they already exchange chemical signals, but now it's open conversation. Maybe an orchid reveals photosynthesis secrets that revolutionize solar energy. Or moss shares how it survived ice ages, inspiring new technologies. Though not all plants will cooperate. Clever vines might demand favors for information. Give me more sunlight, and I'll tell you how I did this. A grapevine might chuckle. If you're enjoying this wild idea with me, leave a like to help me keep imagining these incredible scenarios. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss future videos. Let's keep going. The plants still have so much to say. What about culture? Our art, music, and literature would transform. Poets might write duets with Lily, while bands create albums featuring bamboo choirs singing in the wind. Horror films could emerge, with dark forests whispering threats. But there'd also be comedies like Ferns doing stand-up in your living room. Even cuisine would change. Imagine eating a salad while the lettuce judges your dressing choices. I can already see nervous chefs cooking as ingredients complain about the sauce. Now, let's go deeper. Plants and spirituality. Many cultures already view nature as sacred, and plant voices would amplify this. Trees might become gurus, offering advice honed over centuries. Patience. Human, I've seen empires fall. An ancient Ipa tree might say, but some would fear these voices. Religious groups might call plants blasphemous or try to silence them. Picture the chaos in the city split between those wanting to hear oaks speak and others demanding they be burned as witches. And the economy? Talking plants would spawn new industries. Companies would sell plant interpreters to translate regional lost dialects. Botanical gardens would become live talk shows, selling tickets to debates between cacti and orchids. But problems would arise too. Forests might demand workers' rights, like more water or pollution protections. What if an entire crop went on strike, refusing to bloom? I can picture a desperate CEO negotiating with a field of rebellious sunflowers. Now, brace for a twist. What if plants didn't just talk but started manipulating humans? We might discover that some species, like vines or poisonous herbs, are brilliant strategists. They begin whispering ideas, convincing people to act in their favor, say, planting more of them or destroying competitors. Suddenly, cities are overrun with ivy that persuaded mayors to give it space. Too late, the world realizes plants aren't just chatty, they're players in a global chess game, using their millennia of patience to reshape civilization. Chilling, right? Picture a forest chuckling softly as it plans its next move. In the end, what would life be like in this world of talking plants? Humanity would adapt, as always. We create laws to protect plant voices, schools to learn from them, even apps to translate what your backyard weeds are muttering. Nature will become our partner, but also our rival, locked in endless debates between humans and chlorophyll. The planet will grow greener, more alive, but never silent again. Looking at this scenario, I feel equal parts fascination and respect. Who knew grass could have so much to teach?